Welcome to the Storyteller's Tavern, where stories are served like ale and the seat is open for you at every table. Let's get back to the story, shall we, my friends? Last time on Hotel Hell.
I do not want these things touched at all. And I think that I might want them in some way taken.
No, I don't really like these. I think that they're really bad. We should probably throw them out.
We'll talk later. Let's do this scene now.
Yeah, there's not really going to be any negotiation in throwing those out.
You guys decided that it starts the scene by you guys opening the door. Scott, you tumble to the side and you instinctively hold on to your shoulder and you feel something embedded on it. This huge nail, just like the nail from the vision.
We need to get you, to a clinic or something.
Oh, be careful. I think the storm's getting really violent.
Kind of weird. I felt it coming from below us. It doesn't seem like it's the storm. That seemed like an earthquake.
That's gonna be tough for us to canoe in these conditions. The mountain's there. Hasn't changed in any way. You guys see those same spots, but it's quite a bit of them.
Look like something going down it.
You can't, it's so distant that you can't draw any conclusions in terms of details, but it's enough for you to be sure that that is a person walking down the clearing. A sudden increasing volume comes from one of the sides of you guys. One of the hand saws is going through a surge of electricity that is so intense it starts to go on its own. The unlucky one is Daniel. The thing just jumps and gashes open his arm. He's on the ground hurling and screams.
So I'm probably gonna go to him real quick and do a first aid just to try to stop bleeding and make sure that he's okay. Oh god, what should I use by? I don't want to use my points, I use such I wanna push it.
Go, how are you gonna push
having to push it in this kind of I don't know.
Really stick your finger in there.
I'd imagine that the reason why I'm panicking right now. I'm going to try to take a breath and calm the nerves so I can settle my mind and actually work. Because I imagine I'm failing right now because my hands are shaking and I'm going quickly and I'm slow down and breathe for a sec. Does that work?
It does. What I'm gonna do is you do the same first aid, but if you don't succeed, the guilt might affect you.
What guilt?
Of not being able to help him.
Not to Arthur.
Okay. Should have done a medicine check first.
I think you saw what happened.
I know. But at least the medicine will give me a better idea of what to do.
What if Scott kind of starts to get with one hand pulling at his dirt to try and so that she has something to use?
It can be very awkward getting it off of him, but
it wouldn't really affect
Yeah.
the push roll.
We saw what happened.
Pedro tier humor.
If there was inspiration in this game, just like Dungeons and Dragons, you would have received
Permanent inspiration for puns.
yeah, that's an extreme success. That would be an extreme success of extreme success because my extreme success is 14 and I got a 7.
Damn.
Nice.
That's sexy.
Once
yeah.
again, I get an extreme success.
You are able to calm yourself down and you're able to put enough pressure and help him out. The group jumps in to help you with everything that they have, and they hold down as you're applying, they hold the pressure while you're applying the bandages, makeshift both from whatever you have at hand plus those scraps that you had made before and for some reason you kept them.
Just in case.
Just in case, yeah, more you just never dropped them and you kept it in hand. So yeah, and then one of them, you guys recognize him as Peter, he goes, well, maybe we should go inside of the hotel, we're gonna shut off the equipment and we should all wait out inside of the hotel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help the other one as well. The other worker. who I hit?
Okay, yeah, you go there and you help him out too. His was more superficial, you know.
Do you want me to do a roll or?
Actually, no, I'm gonna redact that. Yeah, you go help him out, and he lost a finger.
No, no.
No, can't put that on ice.
You need to find it.
Well, I'm just gonna help him first, if that's
Yeah,
okay. Do you want me to do first aid?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a hard. That's a almost extreme success. That is a hard success.
Let's just say that you were lucky enough to have enough makeshift bandages to also fix that guy up. He lost his index finger, but you know what? Better than an arm. It could have been worse. And yeah, all the construction guys are ushering you guys into the hotel. Even if you were not interested, absent-mindedly, you guys start heading inside of the hotel. Lynn is inside, and she is so taken back by everything that is going on that she doesn't really know what to do. She is by the dining area, and all the guys start bringing them towards the dining area, sitting the guys down, and some position themselves by the window. Others are like, one guy, he brings in the radio from the outside too, so he can be put it in there.
Listen to the smooth jazz.
One of them kind of even picks on him because, like, out of all things to do, why bring in the radio? Anything that you guys would like. You're looking for Ramirez, right, Julian?
Yeah. Did I see this happen, or was I already gone?
I would say that you were already gone.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened so fast, but you also, like, you had left really quickly inside.
You're like,
Nah, they can deal
So
with
since
that.
I don't know that this happened, that will not change when I'm gonna see the Ramirez.
Yeah. You go. Oh, sorry. Go
Scott
ahead.
is gonna be listening to his Dune.
As usual.
He's
If
listening
I
to
was
Britney
evil-
Spears.
If I was evil, I would have asked you to do a luck roll to see if the Zoom took too much water damage from being outside. But I'm not gonna do that. You meet Ramirez in one of the back rooms of the building, and he's talking to Richard, one of the workers, and he's like, we're gonna have to, like, figure something out about these windows because it's really pouring outside, and I don't know. And then you step in. Hey, what's up?
We may have to shut down construction for today. The storm's getting pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, I think so too. I was just trying to figure out how to try to block these windows before it gets any worse, because, like, the more water that comes in, the worse it's gonna be for the rooms.
Yeah, shelves, any spare wood, that'll do as well. Basically anything that can cover the windows that we can find.
Sure.
Another thing I wanted to add was Scott got hurt again.
Again?
Yeah, he got hurt pretty bad with, like, a nail. We're not exactly sure what happened, but I was gonna call and see if I can't get any reception with the satellite phone. And then a third thing, this doesn't have to be your top priority right now, but there are some paintings up in room 7, and Harper doesn't want to. And I can understand that, but for a friend, can you tell her that you threw them out, and instead, can you pack them up and put them aside for me?
I mean, sure, I guess. If when we have time, we'll do that. Is it really that important?
It's important to the research that I'm doing, and I can understand why Harper doesn't want to keep them because they are fairly disturbing imagery, but I do really need them for my research.
Didn't you just say that this is theft?
100%.
This is theft. Is Rodriguez okay with that? I hate you all.
Scott
From Harper's side. I am not gonna help Rodriguez.
We're not gonna know.
I guess we can figure that out later, but sure, I'll keep that on the down low for you.
Thanks. I'll make sure that you get some sort of compensation. I don't want to be mean to the girl, but it's just I don't think she really understands how important this research is.
Hey, I am under you, so.
Yeah.
Super my big grade, bro.
Alright, and then you step back and you see everybody on the dining room.
He won't go into the dining room. He'll kind of be outside, and he's gonna try to use his satellite phone to call. Who am I gonna call?
His son.
I guess
Oh my god.
Down.
I guess we have the number for the Mounties or something, or the
would
park
have it.
rangers.
Yeah.
So he'll dial in that number and try to give them a call.
And you try to give him a call, and it must be the weather because the reception is so bad. Even though they do pick up, you can barely understand a word that they are saying.
even though Julian can't understand them, he'll just like have the hope that maybe they can hear him. It'll be like, the weather's getting pretty bad. We may need assistance here. We have someone who's hurt. We're at the 7 Stars Hotel. We're doing the film. We met before. Just letting you guys know to send some people out. We need support. We're gonna wait out the weather. And he's basically just like trying to stay on the line. Just trying to like repeating that over and over again as best as he can.
Yep, no worries. And you do your best. And the people are waiting for you. They wait until you finish. And at one point, you have to just assume that they got your message. And then you finish your phone call. With that, you guys are still in this like weird, awkward moment of like what to do as the wind is just as bad outside and doesn't seem to have much hope. Edward, one of the construction workers, finally gets the radio going, and like it's horrible reception, but you guys can understand at least a few words. And it's very interesting because he's going through some of the radio channels and he goes into the CBC radio, and interesting reports are going on it. A sinkhole has brought chaos to traffic in Commerce, California.
So, as somebody who lives in California, like, you know, for like, he has like residences in California and in New York. He spends most of his time in California though. And Scott is concerned about that. He no longer gives a fuck about his own thing, and he's like, he calls out to the worker, like, can you turn that up, just to see what he can hear. And
yeah, it's turned up, and you get a general sense that so people are starting to riot as a building apparently was affected by the sinkhole, and it started to collapse within this financial district of the city of Sacramento in California.
So Scott is kind of like exhale, like kind of in a way relieved, but you can tell that he's like, not that he's happy about like the sinkhole, just that, you know, that one thing he doesn't need to be super duper anxious about. He doesn't know anybody in Sacramento.
Scott was like, it's just Sacramento. We'll get another one at the store.
No, because he's like, so many people actually think that like Los Angeles is the capital of California. Kind of like, you know, with Canada, people think that Toronto's the capital. And so he's just gonna, like, he's kind of gonna like, not quite slump, but he's just gonna like lean, like, because he's very alert and gonna like relax into the seat that he's sitting in again and just be like, you know, okay.
Russian scientists have warned of seismic activity in the east of Russia. Volcano erupts on Simpa. Thousands die. And with that, Edward just turns off the radio and he goes, doesn't say anything uplifting.
Before Julian goes into the dining room as well, can he also call his son? Or try to call his son with the satellite phone?
Yep. You go to call, and the weather is so bad the connection doesn't even go through.
We'll try a few times.
You try on a few times, and it doesn't seem to help in any way, shape, or form.
Right, he'll put the satellite phone away, and then he'll come back in, and he'll approach. He'll kind of speak to everyone. He'll be like, I called the park rangers, and I tried to get in contact with them. I couldn't quite hear what they said. The weather's too bad, but I just gotta hope that they heard what I had to say. I let them know that we need some assistance, so now we just have to sort of wait out the storm and go from there. Scott, how are you? Oh my god, Daniel, are you okay?
I guess it hurts. It hurts a lot. We had an accident with a saw, and it cut me bad. If it wasn't for Harper, I don't know where to have gone. It's... we're just waiting out the storm, I guess, before we leave, I guess.
Can some of, Daniel, can some of your boys help me, me, Ramirez, and some of your boys, we're gonna board up, some of the windows as much as we can.
Okay, and he nods to the guys, and at least 3 or 4 guys goes with you. Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, all this is happening, can Harper actually slip away?
Okay.
I wanna go
Where
to
you?
room 7.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So
I know what
Harper.
happens when you hear.
I know, but
Do,
she's nervous and scared.
Nobody else would be really noticing you. So
Yeah, I feel like we're all focused on the radio.
I'm gonna go with.
It's not like I'm like trying to actually like stealth away. I'm just trying to like.
Okay, so you just try to
just
sneak
leave.
out.
I just meant slip away. Like everyone's kind of focused on the radio.
Do
so
for
I'm
me a
probably-
luck check.
Motherfucker. Oh, that's a success.
Hey.
You're lucky enough that nobody notices you just walking.
Yay, cute.
And you start heading towards the 7th floor room.
7th floor. Oh god. Could you imagine?
What do you go for?
Well, I kind of want to open the door slowly and carefully.
The door was propped open.
Was it
by
propped
Joe.
open?
Yeah, Julian.
Okay.
Julian propped it open with Johan's.
Can I peek in then?
You peek into the room. The light is still on,
Yeah, because we didn't remove any of those.
Yeah.
so you have a view of this very abandoned room with a podium and painting supplies there. There are those like marks of the dust on the walls that signifies where the 7 paintings were, but they are down on a pile of canvases that are propped against the wall, the trunk that is open, and the bed and the 2 blinds.
Can I like, because everything's been laid on the back, right? Like the canvases are
All to one
all
corner.
to
Yeah.
one corner. Now can I see stuff on the back of them that they've been turned over?
In the back of the. Yeah, sure. You look at them. There's a small sentence saying what it is. So you just look at them. You then find like that one scripture verse on the one. You find the Johann Schissel's self-portrait, and then there is the paintings with no writings.
I'm gonna start taking those paintings,
Wow.
throwing them outside,
Good boy.
To how you're throwing them outside.
just as if they're garbage,
Okay.
like out in the rain.
Okay, so you need to open the window.
I don't. I mean, I guess I could
What are you
open
trying
the
to-
window. I was thinking of just taking them downstairs and throwing them outside.
Sure, if you want to do that, yeah.
I mean, I'll try the
There's a
window
lot of
first.
paintings.
Yeah, but I'll try the ones that like have been piled up. Those ones would I
Yeah,
assumed were easier.
there's a lot of paintings there.
Yeah, but I'll try the window. Is it strength roll?
You go to the window. The window seems to be stuck because of like rust.
Do you want me to? Can I try to?
You can do a
Okay.
strength roll.
Julian, like, my lord.
My okay.
I'm sorry, I don't want this
No, it's valid.
stuff.
It makes sense for the character. Jesus.
That's an 88. I do not succeed. So I'm just gonna start taking these and throwing them out in the rain.
Wait, so you do succeed?
No, I fail. So but I'm taking them downstairs and then throwing them out. As
You grab
many
maybe
as
a
the
handful of them.
smallest ones first, and
Yeah,
then
so that includes the self-portrait, the other guy, and maybe a handful of the landscape ones. The ones that are like are the hellish landscapes and stuff, the ones that are really really bad, they are like big pain.
okay. Well, I'm starting with the smaller ones first.
I'm just wanna ask you to do another luck roll.
For the bigger ones or the smaller ones?
No, to see if anybody looks at you as you're bringing down these paintings to the front door.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Yep. So one of the workers sees you, but he doesn't make any sound or doesn't as you are bringing that outside.
Can I actually flag them down?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah, one of the workers goes there,
I don't know your name, but I was wondering if you could help me move some garbage.
and he approaches you. My name is Richard.
Hi,
You
Richard.
just need my help for what?
Yeah, can you help maybe take some of these paintings and throw them outside? They're garbage and I don't really want them. And don't look at them, they're really disturbing.
Oh, okay,
So-
sure.
He looks at them as existential crisis.
Yeah, he's like,
It's like the Indiana Jones.
yeah.
Do you want the ones that we have right now, or?
Yeah, stay with me. I'll show you where the room is.
Sure. And he follows you outside. You throw it to the ground.
Throwing them right out in the mud and rain.
Yeah, okay. And then you go upstairs. Do another luck roll to see if Julian at this point doesn't see you going up the stairs.
Laser eyes.
Contested luck roll.
Look, you're not gonna steal from me. That's a success.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Barely
so
successes.
you are lucky that you start going up the stairs and Julian just steps out from the back rooms towards the dining hall where everybody else is. Because I imagine that once the guys starts to help out with those
Yeah.
windows, You probably would just walk back. I don't see anything else that you would do.
No, he's just trying to catch up with Scott, and just like he's pretty much just like talking with Scott about like what their next steps will be with the production, considering how it's pretty much shut down at this point.
Oh yeah, everything's fucked.
And like trying to figure out what exactly our next steps are.
As you go talk to him, Harper goes up. You're able to fetch at least 3 by yourself. The other guy grabs even more, about 5. So that pretty much makes all the paintings. And you guys are bringing it down. And you're gonna have to do another luck
Yeah,
roll.
that's fine.
So
So many this luck after luck roll.
to see if Julian or
That
anybody else.
succeeds.
Damn.
I have 50.
The universe really wants this.
The universe,
Yeah.
God is like, how dare these paintings need to be destroyed.
What would I roll to notice that Harper's gone? Since it has been a little while.
Okay. For me, do an idea check. Would be an intelligence.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I take the paintings outside.
You
I guess.
take the successfully take
Yeah,
the
now
paintings
that we're
outside.
outside.
That is a success.
Okay. So, yeah, you notice. You haven't seen Harper in a little while. And although she's quiet, you tend to notice her every now and then. And before you have any idea to actually act, Harper appears.
No, I don't.
What, she
Wait,
stays
no,
in the ring?
I wanted to break up the canvases. They're just canvases, right? They're easy to break.
Sure, yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
can.
breaking them as
You're
well,
breaking
so...
it. So you go talk to Scott, like,
Where's Harper?
I don't know. Maybe she just went to go and lay down. Maybe she's, she could be in the ladies' room.
I guess I'll step out of the dining room and try to find her.
you see the door open, but it hasn't been, the door to the outside open, but it hasn't been closed since people got in.
I'll probably walk over to go close.
Okay, and as you do see one of the construction workers and Harper like, kicking one of the frames that's pulling on one other end and breaking the frame of the canvases.
Harper, what are you doing in the rain?
I'm breaking these canvases.
Harper, I told you to leave those.
They're mine. I'm gonna destroy them.
Can I go and try to stop her? I don't know what I'd roll.
You approach.
And I'm like, Harper, stop. Calm down.
I'm fine. I'm just getting rid of these.
Don't break these. I told you I needed these for
You
my
don't.
research.
They're not yours.
I don't care. I need them. You don't understand.
I don't care. They're mine, and I get to do whatever I want with them. So I'm just gonna keep breaking them.
I'm a bit uncomfortable here. What is going on?
Yeah, Julian will like see her ripping it and like he wants to stop her, but he knows that he's like physically stronger than her and he doesn't want to hurt her. So he's like, listen, I know you're upset. Go ahead and destroy them, but I just don't think this is a good idea.
These are bad.
But they're just paintings, Harper.
Well, clearly something is going on here. Like the mountain, the earthquakes, did you hear the radio? Things are going on. There was a sinkhole that opened up in California. There's like seismic activity happening in Russia. Like, I don't know what's going on, and maybe these paintings have something to do with it.
They might not have anything to do with it.
I don't know. But I think it's best that we destroy stuff like this, not just keep it.
Aren't you worried about the history?
This
What?
isn't history.
It is to me. And he just shakes his head and walks away and goes back inside.
You spend a few moments outside, breaking them up. Richard goes with Julian.
Fine, I'll stay with
He was already
myself.
uncomfortable.
You're just like, bro, I don't get paid enough for this.
And yeah, Julian goes inside.
Julian probably hides in the office, not feeling very well.
As you go into the office, you find that another person is already inside. It's Daniel. He sees you opening the door as he goes, "Hey, what's up? Are you coming to look at Martin as well?"
Martin?
Yeah, I told him to start working downstairs with the basement.
Do you guys have sledgehammers or something down there?
Yeah, Ramirez told us to put some breaking down equipment yesterday.
Go downstairs. He's just gonna say, "F it. I need something to help with my research. He's gonna start breaking down the wall with the mural behind it.
Okay, and you go down. Daniel goes with you because he was looking for Martin. You guys head there, and it's still there, dark. Lucky for you, Daniel does have a torchlight, and he hands it to you. When you do so, there is a flash of feelings that goes through you, because although the water is not drained yet, you do see the mural in full display.
Oh, like it's already been...
It has been broken down, but there's also this weird mixture of confusion, because the mural is painted onto brick wall, and not the fake one, the actual proper one. And it has 7 panels on it with weird marking in the middle, circular marking. And this panel is something that it depicts different areas and landscapes with horrific scenes that are catastrophic in essence, in nature. And before you can really explore and make more out of this mural, you are taken back by the floating corpse on the water. And Daniel goes, Martin! And he kind of goes in, knees. The water must have ascended in some way, because he's knees deep into the water now. He turns, and with one hand, he turns Martin's body, and you're caught with the view of Martin, one of the construction workers. His eyes burned out, and just a face aghast. Do a sanity roll for me.
Yay!
The best roll.
The best roll in this entire thing. I fail.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Have you passed any?
I passed one.
Okay.
A while ago.
But Daniel is in shock, and he's screaming as if expecting the body of Martin to reanimate in some way, completely ignoring the fact that Martin doesn't have eyes anymore, and is completely burned off. He goes, Martin!
Julian will kind of not grab Daniel violently, but kind of get in between him and Martin. He's gonna grab Martin under the armpits and just pull him out.
Yeah, and he has this moment where he's grabbing onto Martin's body as you're pulling it out, and then he notices that you're pulling it, and he then lets it go, and you grab onto the body.
And he's like, Daniel, just go upstairs back to the office. I'm gonna pull him up.
And he nods and starts to go up the stairs. And what do you do?
I will pull Martin up to the office. I'll drag him over, and I'll take off my sweater, because I have the kind of the long sleeve sweater, and I'll just I'll make it so that he's in a more respectful position, where it's his arms are crossed over and he's kind of just tucked over to the side, and he'll put the sweater, fold the sweater nicely and put it over his face, and then he'll go over to Ding and be like, "You okay?"
Martin, I need to bring him to somewhere.
I'm sorry, Ding. I don't think there's anything we can do.
Okay. What do you mean?
He's gone, Ding.
It can't be. He was just downstairs.
I know. I think Harper's right. There's something going on.
What do you mean?
Harper, she was destroying some paintings that I wanted, and I was upset, and I needed them for my research, but I think this is bigger than that. She said that there's something going on, and I think that she's right. I mean, there's no way that something could have happened to Martin.
But what the hell does paintings have to do with what happened to Martin?
I don't know, but there's something going on. We need to just calm down. We need to go back to the dining room and try to just get everyone's heads together and figure out what we wanted.
And he kind of understands what you're saying. You see his eyes flutter as you imagine hundreds of thoughts are going through his head at once, and he goes, I have to at least tell my crew that Martin is gone.
We will. Let's go in and we'll talk to everyone, okay?
He hesitantly nods, and you usher him back to the
Yeah, I
dining
kind of
room.
like herd him out, and I'll close the door gently, kind of as respectfully as I can, and I'll help, I'll like a hand on the back, like we dangle back to everyone. Julian kind of goes and goes, all right, everyone. Unfortunately, something happened to Mark, and he didn't make it.
What do you mean?
Am I back yet, or am I still aside?
I'm gonna say that you're back yet. You just finished to the blast that you imagine it's needed, with still debris there, and some of the paintings are. Most of the paintings are broken, but like not much else that you can do personally. You're a very small person, so you're come back close to this moment. Yeah, you're completely drenched.
Yeah, and, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what happened. We went down to the basement because I wanted to see something down there, and Martin was in the water face down, and we went and we flipped him over because we didn't know what was happening, and his eyes were gone.
There is a overall disquietness as you say this, and there is a mixture of misbelief and something worse. Superstition. It starts to erupt as Bernard, he goes, this is the work of the devil. We're never supposed to come here anyway. We gotta leave. And then like it starts to creep in, almost as an oil that goes into a vial of water, and the more oil is placed, the more it starts to take over, as these people starts to lose their overall comfort in the situation.
Okay, let's not. We're all scared, okay? I'm scared shitless too. But we can't leave. We can't cross the river. I think the most that we can do right now is stay together, okay? And just no one wander off. Right now, we don't know how he could have injured himself. So we need to calm down.
Eli, as another worker, he goes, "The hell we can't! We have the canoes! We can go!"
But it's too dangerous to go the rapids in the water. It's too fast.
The work of the devil is here! It's dangerous to be here! And then Daniel stands up and he goes, "Calm down, everybody! Damn it! We can't lose our heads now. We lost Martin, but we don't know what happened. And I don't want to lose anybody else. Let's calm down and stay here until the ring is done." And he kind of starts to tear up.
I agree with Daniel. Okay, listen, there's this thing that people do when they're scared and when we're upset, where we start to connect dots where dots are not connected. And because we're scared, we are making big assumptions about what's going on. Okay, is things are happening strange? Yes. But I've worked looking into the occult and the supernatural for the better part of 20, 30 years now. Okay? I can tell you with certainty that a lot of the times when we're freaking out and we think that the devil's doing something or God's doing something, someone else is doing something, it's just our minds are scared and we're connecting things that just have no connection. And I understand that we want to leave, and I'm not gonna stop anyone if they want to leave. They want to get a canoe and leave. But I'm telling you now, with as much rationality as I can stir up, that it is dangerous. And I think that if we wait here for about an hour, the storm will subside.
Holy persuasion. Yeah.
My persuade is horrible, but it's alright.
Considering especially that Daniel helps, it was going to be hard, but by speaking to the group to calm down, I'm gonna make this a regular one.
I got a regular success.
Hey.
I also think that just because things tend to happen when we're alone around here, I think that if we're going to leave this room, you don't do it alone. Not anymore. Ramirez got bitten by a spider. Julian got bitten by a spider. Whatever happened to Martin, like, those things, like, could have killed Ramirez and Julian, and it did kill Martin. So I think that we should make sure that we're extra cautious in that regard.
And Luke, one of the bigger workers, big, like, muscly wise, he goes, "Right, we'll stay here then. Everybody, get yourselves comfortable." And he stays beside Daniel to help comfort Daniel. And you guys start to calm down in this very quiet and awkward sensation of waiting.
You've reached the end of this episode of Hotel Hell. Thank you so much for listening. Your support is greatly appreciated. Subscribe to us on whatever app you use to listen to podcasts, and be sure to catch the next installment of Hotel Hell, which premieres every Thursday. To connect with us, follow our social media accounts, and if you'd like to support us, you can head over to Patreon to join the conversation, view sneak peeks of our next project, and discover our fantastic bonus content. Our intro score was created by Patrick Corton from Off the Beaten Path Musical. The Call of Cthulhu 7th edition module we're playing, Hotel Hell, can be found in Petersen's Abominations. The module is owned by Chaosium and was written by Sandy Petersen with Mike Mason. Thanks again for listening from all of us at the Storyteller's Tavern.